Hey, I'm Asdes. So, there's something that's been on my mind. Something that's been annoying me just a little bit. And that's letters. Letters of the English alphabet. I don't know if you know, because who the fuck studies this, right? But for the English language, there are about 44 phonemes. And what a phoneme is that's just a sound, okay? There's about 44 sounds in the English language. And I'm no expert on letters or anything, but I'm pretty sure there's 25 letters. I know that there's 44 total sounds and 26 letters. I mean, it's not very consequential, right? It's like, oh, okay, we'll just add a few accent marks. Because, I mean, a lot of these sounds are pretty similar, right? You really could make 2 letters for E and E. But it would be, I mean, since they're similar, we don't really need that. What you could do instead, just use an accent mark, right? Just a quick way to denote. But we don't. You're just supposed to know. There's a few arbitrary rules, this and that. You just have to know how it's pronounced before. If you're learning another language, or if you're learning English as a second language, or if you just aren't very good at English as a first language, that's a problem. I'm in the second category. I don't even know how many letters there are, but I know there's not enough. Okay, so like the thorn, right? The thorn it's a letter that used to exist. It was a rune. It was a rune at one point. It's now just not in use except in Iceland. That's for the TH sound. The English language still uses the TH sound. We just don't use the thorn. I don't know why, but it looks cool. That's a cool letter, and we would benefit, but we just don't use it. But then on the same coin, we don't use accent marks either. And if I am learning a new word, as I frequently do, because there's a lot of words that I just don't know. Like, my vocabulary is not perfect. I don't know a lot of things. But if I'm learning a new word and I'm not sure if it's pronounced gren or green, I can just look at how it's spelled. Do you know how many words I just have never learned the pronunciation of? Because I've just never heard anyone say it. It's a lot. It's a bunch. If you're learning French, you can get a good idea of what different words are. You can determine reste from reste, because there's an accent mark. You can see it. It's an easy visual guide. Oh, and CH. I mean, there's a lot of ways you could do that. Because C can be soft, it can be hard. You don't know if that's K or that's S, but no, when you put a C and an H together, that's Ch. And if you're learning, like, Croatian, if it's a Ch sound, it's just a C with the little divot above it. That's good. That's a good letter. The reason we don't just put these in our vocabulary is fucking insane, right? I mean, it's just bonkers. Oh, a mosh pit. But like, if you're learning English as a second language, there's no way for you to just look at something and see, oh, so this sounds like this, so now I know how to say it without sounding like an idiot. Or like someone who's learning English as a second language. Because some people really judge. Some people are very quick to pass judgment. And generally, those people are the same people who have just never taken a language class in their life. So they just wouldn't know, nor would they care. So like, I mean, if you're learning English as a second language and you're getting shit wrong, don't feel bad about that. It just doesn't make it easy. We complain about accent marks in other languages, and our language is just indecipherable. And another reason I say this is because there are a few words out there, right? There's a few words that they have letters that repeat, but when you repeat them in the same word, they're not pronounced the same. Okay, so the word amazing, that's got 2 A's in it, and usually in a word with two A's, no accent marks, you'd think, oh, well, that's probably pronounced the same. You'd be wrong. So another thing I've had to deal with is silent letters. They're part of the word, but they don't make a sound. It's just there to modify the sound of another letter elsewhere in the sentence. Well, we don't need that, do we? If we just used a different accent mark or a different letter in the first place, then we just wouldn't have to add the silent letter. I don't think we'd have to have that in the first place if we just did the good thing and just added an accent mark in the first place, and you just don't have to worry about it. Not a concern. And I realize that, yeah, I mean, we have to go back to school and learn that again. That's fine. Have some free classes, show us how to write our language just a little bit better, and it's not a concern. We can know what the hell we're supposed to be saying. Other people learning our language should know. It would just be nice. It would be a lot nicer. I mean, yeah, I already have enough issues with our language, right? No, I have more. There are multiple letters. that either are pronounced multiple different ways, like C. That can be a K, that can be a S. The letter C, we just don't need it. We don't need it at all. The K and the S cover all the sounds that we need. The S. Need it for sh? No, we can just get another letter for that. It's useless. It's a vestigial letter. We don't need it. I mean, if we still have C, why would we have C and K make the same sound? Why not just have one letter? But I mean, I don't know. There's just so many little things we don't need. Just so many little problems we don't need to suffer from. Why do you think everyone complains? Because it's fucked. We don't need these problems. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm done.